Hello and welcome to this special CUBE conversation around AI agents in action. We're seeing the industry, the conversations are shifting in AI from models, tools to outcomes, and autonomy is where applications are shifting, not just to inform, but to have intelligent agents that perform. I'm John Furrier, host of theCUBE. Welcome to the AI Agents in Action series brought to you by Google Cloud, the show where we go beyond the hype and talk to technology leaders who are building the next generation technology, autonomous agents, solve real world problems. Please welcome Sumeet Arora here, CPO of Teradata, Chief Product Officer. Sumeet, great to see you. Thanks for coming on.
Likewise, John. It's a pleasure to be here with you and talk about AI agents in action.
Being the Chief Product Officer, you have the keys to the kingdom on both sides of building the technology and looking at the customer requirements. What has been the big shift in this AI? You know, you've seen dashboard fatigue, you're starting to see time to value. This evolution of AI is really hitting the table here hard, and you're seeing examples coming out in real time, top revenue numbers in most of the use cases with agents. It's still in the early days. What's your perspective?
The way I see it is, if you look at the last 3+ years, what started as a global hackathon with AI, last year turned serious and went agentic. But then the big question that was asked in every forum last year was, hey, what about ROI? And I think that year is now, this year and next year, that we are going to see this immense focus on measurable outcomes from agentic operations and agentic deployments. And I think that's the era we are entering. It's easier said than done, John. There is a lot that has to go behind that, for sure.
You know, one of the things we're seeing last year was in the experimentation, the strategy establishment, people were deploying them, leaning into it, and the ones that did got a lot of value, but still early. What is your point of view on this agentic AI opportunity with your customers and as the industry? Because it doesn't seem like a strategy risk right now. It's more of, we all kind of see the strategy, its execution seems to be there. What's your point of view on this opportunity?
Yeah, I think that's very well put. I think if we take a step back, John, this is a massive transformation underway, right? I mean, we all say that an intelligence revolution is sweeping the world. And what's happening is the evolution of all businesses, especially the ones that are going to thrive and survive, the evolution of the enterprise to the autonomous enterprise. But the most important resource in that evolution is actually the enterprise knowledge. And that knowledge is in data, it's in the processes, it's in how they operate, it's in how they make decisions. So that knowledge is the most important asset for an enterprise. And I think the evolution of the autonomous enterprise essentially is an evolution of the enterprise tech stack itself. So what I foresee is enterprises organizing all their knowledge in some sort of a knowledge fabric. And then I see a set of humans and agents, AI agents that harness that knowledge to deliver a more outcome-centric interface to technology compared to the workflow-centric. I like your statement there, applications that inform to intelligent agents that perform. But those agents that perform thrive on the enterprise knowledge. They're differentiated on that basis.
You know, the data piece is huge. I love that angle because you've been on the data business on both sides, kind of pre-AI, now AI, mission critical workloads. We've seen the data, big data, go back a decade and a half, the big data movement really started. Now we're starting to see this next generation of AI-like data platforms, and we're seeing benefits there for intelligence, reasoning, but on autonomous, this is a whole nother opportunity from a product value creation and extraction standpoint. What are the key things in that stack that you guys see at Teradata that you're honing in on, that you're focusing your priorities around?
Yeah. John, to support the evolution of the autonomous enterprise, we have laid out a vision for Teradata. And that vision is that we are going to be autonomous ourselves, and we are going to be an autonomous AI and knowledge platform. So think of us as leveraging our four plus decades of expertise in data and governance of data and scale, security, and governance of data. I look at those three attributes. We taking that to apply it to broader context of the enterprise knowledge. So we are evolving the platform to support unstructured context, to support processes, support decisions, and so on, capturing the knowledge of the enterprise. So that's kind of part one of the vision. The second part is to locate AI outcomes, AI with ROI, as I call it, right next to where the knowledge is. So it becomes very secure and it's all together. And the last but not least is to drive the evolution of Teradata itself to an autonomous platform, so that if we are going to support the autonomous enterprise, we ourselves need to leverage agentic capabilities to make the platform easier, smarter, and more adoptable for our customers. John, I'll just leave you with one other interesting thought about Teradata, which I think it's worth sharing here in the world of agents. The last 2 decades of technology, especially in the cloud, was built with human usage patterns in mind. And you and I, we work hard, but we do go to sleep.
Yeah.
However, agents do not sleep. So what I foresee is an era where platforms like Teradata, the data platforms, the knowledge platforms, are going to see a vigorous amount of usage. It's going to be many orders of magnitude more, because these agents are going to just constantly harness the knowledge inside. And guess what? Because we saw the pre-cloud era and the cloud wave for Teradata, we actually built in the pre-cloud world, it was very important to be CPU efficient, IO efficient. So we built a very, very efficient engine. And we believe that this is the right time for Teradata's engine, because it's literally purpose built for agents.
And that's very insightful. Love that comment about work. The work's going to get done while you sleep. It's going to get more efficient. It's interesting about this generation. I mean, I was talking to a friend the other day and I was saying, here's what happened in the first wave. You had stuff on paper, it moved to the internet and the web, then cloud and mobile came along, SaaS, and that was a generational wave of greatness and all the goodness that came out of that. Now we have cloud AI and happening, and yet there's so much more room with autonomous agents doing work while you sleep, all these benefits you get. So I have to ask you, how are you thinking about Teradata and your partnership with Google Cloud? Because they got Gemini, they got Agent Development Kit, A2A Protocol, Agent Engine, Vertex AI, security solutions, all this new cloud stuff, as well as the horsepower. And so we're starting to see, I won't say refactoring or replatforming, but a new configuration from a product standpoint. How are you partnering with Google? Can you share how you're taking advantage of all this new stuff with AI, because you have the data, you got the workflows, you understand the customer, tie it to Google Cloud.
Yeah. John, we have a long history of collaborating and building together with Google Cloud. And actually, it's getting more exciting going forward. In today's conversation, it's also about our launch of the data analyst agent, which, by the way, we have launched in the Google Cloud Marketplace. The data analyst agent is actually a marriage of two great technologies, right? Google Cloud infrastructure has always been excellent, but Google AI is leadership. There is AI excellence. And the stuff you mentioned, the Gemini 3 models, the Agent Development Kit, Cloud Run, allow us to bring agents to market through the Google Cloud Marketplace in a fashion that is very high quality, it's got the best state of the art foundation models behind it. It has governance, it has the ability to do a multi-agent system. So we bring the AI excellence from Google and combine it with the data and knowledge excellence of Teradata. Your data never moves. And so this data analyst agent that we have launched on the Google Cloud Marketplace is an example of this partnership between Teradata and Google, and it's all in the service of our customers.
Talk more about the analyst agent and how that came about. Was it one of those things that you saw? Was it you took advantage of Google? Talk about the integration. How is it working? Take us through a little bit of that use case.
Sure. John, when I speak with my customers, one of the biggest care abouts is, hey, we have put so much investment in our data infrastructure, in our knowledge infrastructure. It's just huge. But the value of that must flow to every decision point. That decision point could be a knowledge worker, could be an AI agent in a process. And that decision point must be supplied with insights from the enterprise knowledge. And that is a problem that is not fully settled yet. Like when we began this conversation, you spoke about dashboard fatigue, right? And that concierge model of dashboards is nothing home to write about. So the data analyst agent essentially leverages Google's AI capabilities. So in this case, it's absolutely the Gemini Pro Foundation models, the Flash models. It leverages the agent development toolkit, leverages Cloud Run for its serverless, high economic efficiency, leverages Teradata's MCP server and Teradata's data platform without moving the data. The data stays where it is, follows all the security and governance policies you want for your agents and also for the end user. If I am a knowledge worker and employee, I get to ask questions in natural language, get answers, and it's multi-turn, by the way, John, because when you ask a question and you see an answer, you obviously generally have the next question. So you can go multi-turn, question, have a conversation with your data, with your knowledge, get accurate answers to that. And this capability is now available. It kind of democratizes access to insights to every knowledge worker. So this is what we have built together with Google's capabilities. It's available on Google Cloud. Teradata Vantage Cloud is available on Google Cloud. So again, it's a secure, scalable, highly governed way of delivering insights, which in turn leads to actions, which in turn means outcomes. And that's what AI is all about. It's all about outcomes.
You have a unique position with the enterprise. Obviously, the bar for accuracy is very high. The bar for security is very high. Google has Gemini. I was using it this morning. It's really maturing and getting better. Talk about you mentioned not moving the data. Talk about the enterprise dynamic between, okay, I have data, it's the value. How do I integrate in at scale and with security to have orchestration with Google Cloud? Can you just touch on that, because there's integration there. Can you speak to that point?
Yeah, sure. So, John, think of Teradata's Vantage Cloud offering. And this is your essentially the database engine for structured data. Data can be brought into Google's object store storage, and that part is well built over the years. All these tables, data that is organized in tables and columns, is secured by column level security, row level security. So it decides what John can access, what Sumeet can access. That in turn is exposed through a MCP server through different tools. And so the data stays where it is. And then the agents that we build, for example, the data analyst agent, leverage the insights from the data through these many, I would say 150 plus different in database functions, SQL queries of different types, machine learning operations of different types. So you can actually provide all these capabilities to agents, which by themselves are multi-agent systems. The data analyst agent is a multi-agent system. It can discover what data is out there. It can generate the query from a natural language question. We ask the question in English, it creates the SQL for it. It can return the answers. That is how the whole stack works. The security and scale is offered by the Teradata platform. Teradata can do petabyte scale, multi-petabyte scale, so there is no limitations there, and it's very performant, highly performant.
Awesome. Well, I want to get into the marketplace side of it, because one of my favorite topics is marketplace. We saw the growth in cloud with marketplaces on the SaaS side. Now you're starting to see the AI agent marketplace emerge. How are you extending the reach to your customers with your solutions through the AI agent marketplace? Is it just procurement and download and using? Is it integration? Talk about that piece of it, because this is where kind of the co-creation, the co-design comes in.
John, distribution is everything in innovation. I think many times as innovators, we forget that distribution is equally important. And a Google Cloud Marketplace, actually, the Gemini Enterprise is a beautiful distribution engine in that sense, because look at the data analyst engine. It's available as an agent in Gemini Enterprise. So anyone who has a Gemini Enterprise subscription and also has the Teradata Vantage Cloud platform can actually leverage this agent right off the bat. That is a beautiful distribution thing, because you have this one interface, Gemini Enterprise, and you have access to all your agents there, right? Now, I always say this to my own team. Hey, look, we may have built the best car, we may have built a Ferrari, But if the Ferrari stays inside the garage and never comes out,
Yeah.
nobody's going to enjoy it. Nobody's going to see it. So I see Google Cloud Marketplace, the Gemini Enterprise, as a way to bring your Ferrari out there, your innovation out there, and really provide it to customers. And it goes beyond procurement. It goes beyond just the logistics of retiring your cloud commitment. It is much more about discovery, about seamlessly integrating with an environment like Gemini Enterprise, where you can ask any sort of questions. And I think that's where the world is heading. You can ask any question and picks the right agent and gives you the answer. And I hope that Teradata's teams of agents that we are building and deploying will serve our customers well through that well-known interface. And that's the plan here, John.
That's a nice comment about Gemini. If you think about the distribution, you got even more reach. That's an awesome, and distribution is with AI, we're hearing that everywhere, whether you're coding an app. I was talking to an entrepreneur about this. You got to get distribution, you got to get it out there. Great innovation there. My next question on the business side, you're the CPO, you build the products, you got to get out there and move it out in the marketplace. Have you been able to grow your business on the go-to-market side faster with Google Cloud Marketplace?
Absolutely. Google Cloud is a fast-growing cloud offering for us, extremely fast-growing, and we are very pleased about that. And I actually see this accelerating over the next many months. There are so many different opportunities that we are working together on. We have many shared customer stories, joint marketing. We are also excited that we are partnering with Google and participating in many of the Google events, including Next. So you're going to see Teradata and Google show up together at these customers at these events, but also with our customers. And we have success stories with HSBC, for example, and many more. So it's quite exciting with respect to what we are seeing with Google.
I really love the Better Together story with Google Cloud and the AI marketplace, AI agent marketplace. I want to ask you a question. One of the things we've been seeing is, and I guess I call it, my term is AI is a team sport. Because you have fleets of agents, agents are talking to other agents, you're sleeping, they're doing the work. So it's kind of a work paradigm. So I have to ask you, as a product leader, and you look at the Better Together, how is that shared value come together? How do you frame that? How do you talk about that to your team and customers? Because it is kind of a team sport, whether it's Google Cloud and Teradata or agents talking to other agents, customer data coming in. You got to have this teamwork because the agents are now on the team.
Absolutely, John. I think there are probably two different planes or dimensions across which we can talk about that. First is, the first priority that I give my team is, let's support the world of agents by delivering a platform where data remains where it is, knowledge remains where it is, it's secure, it's like a vault, but it is completely accessible to any agent developer anywhere in a secure fashion through our MCP server. We are going to be launching the enterprise MCP server on Google Cloud soon this year. And that is table stakes, which means you could build your agent anywhere, run it anywhere, but it has access to knowledge inside of Teradata in a secure and governed fashion. And the second plane we can talk about is how we build our agents, we work with our agents, we work with humans, John. So the human agent protocol is also important, and how we collaborate with each other through standardized interfaces, standardized protocols, and kind of achieve the bigger ROI outcome for our customers. So that's why I tell my team, it's not important whether people built the agent inside of Teradata or somewhere else. It's important that they succeeded with it.
Yeah. The human in the loop is the intelligence. That's the domain expertise. Sumeet, great to have you on. We'll see you at Google next. theCUBE will be there with live coverage, and thanks for coming on the program.
Absolutely. If I may just put a plug in, we are obviously going to participate at Google events. We are also doing an autonomous AI world tour. Teradata is doing that, so I hope to see you. Join one of those.
Yeah.
And it has just been a pleasure chatting with you today, John. Great topic, great conversation.
Well, we'll certainly pick it up. We got our studio in New York City and here in Palo Alto. And again, congratulations. We are on the next wave of innovation, value creation, value extraction. As this next generation from AI to fully autonomous, it's about the data, it's about the human and domain expertise and the work being done. I'm John Furrier, host of theCUBE. Thanks for watching.